I want you to take a look at these two and then tell you the story behind it.
Not when you're convicted.
So 6 years ago, Andrew Harper was killed brutally for doing his job. He was just 28 years of age. He was responding to a report of a stolen quad bike when his strap was caught in and attached to a car, and it dragged him along the road. And now 6 years later, we're having to ask a question. How is it possible that the men that were convicted that you've just seen laughing and joking of his manslaughter could be released early? Albert Bowers and Jesse Cole were sentenced to 13 years in prison, and under the new sentencing arrangements, they may be eligible for release earlier than expected. How is that possible? And we have to ask, don't we, where is the justice in that? Because this wasn't just some minor offence, was it? It wasn't a little thing that they'd done. A police officer actually lost his life. A husband never came home. A family lost a son. A wife lost a man that she loved. And the consequences of that will last them a lifetime. It'll last forever, won't it? There is no early release, is there, for Andrew Harper and his family? There is no second chance for Andrew, is there? There is no going home to his wife. Yeah, here we are talking about the people responsible potentially getting out of prison earlier than expected. You couldn't write it, could you? And before anyone says, oh, they were only young. Yeah, they were young. But so was Andrew. He was young too. He was 28 years of age. He had his whole life ahead of him. And Thames Valley Police Chief Constable has himself said that if Andrew's killers had been convicted now under the law that now bears his name, it's called Harper's Law, they would have received a life sentence. So tell me, how does that feel like justice? And this isn't about revenge, it's about whether the punishment reflects the seriousness of what happened. Because if we have to start telling families that someone can lose their loved one in the most horrific circumstances imaginable, while people responsible can potentially be back in society, can't they, earlier than expected, what message does that actually send? And what about the police officers that put their lives on the line every single day? What are we telling them? Andrew Harper was only doing his job, wasn't he? He was trying to protect people and he paid for it with his life. So today I don't want to focus on the people who killed him. I want to focus on Andrew and his wife Lissie, his mum, his family, his friends, his colleagues, and every first responder who attended that horrific scene. And 6 years on, Andrew Harper should be remembered, not just as a name in a newspaper, not as just a case, but as a young police officer who went to work one night and he didn't come home. So rest in peace, Andrew, and to Lissie and Andrew's family. We haven't forgotten him and we haven't forgotten you. What do you think? Do you think that, they were young, they didn't know what they were doing and yet it's right for them to be released early? Or do you think, no, they should have served longer in prison? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all later. Ta.